Earlier this week, several members of the group Doctors for Camp Closure were arrested while protesting outside of a Border Patrol office along the southern border. Now, these doctors weren't just out there protesting because they think it's horrible that we've got people in cages. They do think it's horrible, but these doctors were protesting because Border Patrol won't let them go into these camps and administer free flu shots to detainees. And they're pissed off, and rightfully so. So far this year alone, we have had 3 people die in these migrant detention facilities from the flu, which is very preventable with a flu shot. And these doctors, at their own expense, were going to pay for these flu shots to give to the migrants, so that maybe having a few thousand people shoved into one building wasn't going to make it into a giant germ incubator. Maybe we wouldn't see another 2-year-old die of the flu, or another 6-year-old die of the flu, or a 16-year-old die of the flu and lay on the ground of one of those detention facilities for nearly half a day before somebody noticed. Those are all 3 things that have happened so far in this calendar year. And these Border Patrol jackasses won't let them do it because the Trump administration won't let them do it. This is a human health crisis, what's happening in those migrant detention facilities. And this federal government, run by the Republicans, is engaging in massive human rights abuses along our southern border. And that's not my opinion. That's the opinion of human rights experts at the United Nations, human rights experts at Amnesty International, and human rights experts here in the United States and all around the globe. That is what they are calling what's happening down here at our southern border. These doctors wanted to go in. They weren't trying to liberate these camps. They weren't trying to say that, oh, we're going to protest, we're going to sit in here and go on a hunger. No, they said, listen, we're professionals. We understand health issues. We went to school for this. We do it for a living. Can you please let us go in with our little medical bags filled with flu shots and give it to people who are most vulnerable or at risk of dying if they get the flu? But even that was too nice and too generous for the Trump administration. God forbid we treat these people like humans. God forbid we see them as anything more than, as Trump calls them, animals crossing the border. Well, even animals get vaccinations, Trump. So you must think these people are even below that. And let me tell you, he certainly does. This has to come to a stop. This has to end. And it's sickening to me that Democrats in the House of Representatives, with their articles of impeachment, didn't decide to just go ahead and throw one in there about his massive human rights abuses taking place in these migrant detention facilities. To me, that might be one of the biggest crimes this president has committed. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.